Let you consume me. The parts of me that eyes can't see. The glow.
Hey guys, so I thought I'd come on here and give you guys some information about reconciliation work. So here in this ritual, we were binding a target to respect and courtesy, and just to make this person more committed and more pleasant to be around, because this person was kind of moody. This is not a typical love binding. In this ritual, we were binding this person to change their attitude and to make them faithful and more courteous towards my client. Now, I want to give you guys some information that I feel is very helpful, and not a lot of people know when they start doing rituals. Certain rituals will work better than others for your situation. I'm going to explain what I mean. So if you have a narcissistic target, if you've been in a relationship and this person is like anti-committal, you know what I mean? This ritual will work really well alongside a healing and also alongside a hex remover. Now the hex remover is for you because if this person is quite narcissistic, they have a parasitic energy to them. And I also would recommend a soul tie healing, but we'll get into that. Narcissistic targets carry a low vibrational energy, and in order for you to fully free yourself of that energy, you will need to start off with a hex remover. So depending on the situation, I would either start you off with a soul tie removal first or a hex remover. Soul tie removal is not the same thing as a cord cutting, so I just want to make sure everybody knows that. Cord cuttings can be done via Reiki. Soul tie removals, they require more energy. So the hex remover will remove bindings. So what is a bindings? A binding is something that either a ritualistic person can do on you. This is kind of a binding. I'm binding this person to be more courteous and to be nicer to my client. However, there are different types of bindings. I don't necessarily offer all types of bindings because they're, depending on how you go about them, they're very hard to get off, and you're not always going to want the person you're binded to, and they will get clingy, so I don't necessarily offer love bindings in the traditional sense. But anyway, you don't need to have a ritual to bind somebody to you. Narcissistic people, they have a way of using their energy to bind you to them, so you kind of feel addicted to them. Hex remover will get rid of that. Also, soul tie removal or soul tie healing will get rid of the soul tie. So we would work on two things. We would get rid of the love binding, and then after we would get rid of the soul tie. Or you don't necessarily have to get rid of the soul tie. You can heal the soul tie to get rid of any toxic energy and toxic characteristics of the relationship by the soul tie healing.